Stream marker. This is another Farlands or Bust stream. Stardate, flob date 2020 12/08, number 807.6. This is the second streamed Farlands between episode 807 and 808. The world size is 32,210.9 megabytes. Get your woofs ready. Woof, there it is. There it is. The stream can begin. The stream, there it is. The stream can begin. Oh, I knocked out a torch? My torch? Whatever. Torch is on the ground. Ground is torches. Alright. Wolfie looks like he needs... Yeah, his tail. There we go. Alright. Let's go west. Why don't we? Let's go west. Indeed. We just got done playing Wreckfest. That was a lot longer of a wreck festival than we've had in a while. Ooh, a bone. But that was fun. That was fun. It's the season to be wreck festive. Ah. Let's see here. I need wood. Maybe a little bit. It would be really fine if they added slipstreaming, drafting, or some sort of catch-up option on the game. Rubber banding. Maybe not legitimate, straight-up rubber banding. But that would, yeah, that I think would bring it to a whole nother level as far as, you know, some of the tracks, some of the races, even if we're all in equivalent cars, it ends up just being unable to catch up with the person in front of you or whatever. It would increase the calamity factor by at least 110%, I'd say.
Look at us. Hey.
Small batch.
Look at us. Look at us.
Thank you for 51 months in the subtub.
Say it again. Look at us.
Much appreciated.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man. They could do it like GTA where it's very obvious. I don't even think they need to do that. Like, they don't need to have the little streamers on the sides of the cars or whatever. Just being behind a car should just, like, increase your speed by, like, 5 speeds. like it doesn't even need to be scientific or modeling of the actual aerodynamics. And yeah, it'd have to be like a percentage. So like, obviously, if you're both only going 10 miles an hour, it's not going to make that big a difference. But the higher the speed, the greater the percentage, the greater the boost. The boost! Yeah, like the old console games, yeah. So yeah, that would be neat. But yeah, I will have to get... I didn't realize they released new DLC. I didn't realize there was even an update. Even when yesterday, Cone, you mentioned you were playing Wreckfest, I didn't know it was along with an update, but It did. It did. So yeah. Fun times. Good funs. Pro gamer, gaming journalist, Cone Dodger. Getting the press releases. The deets. The inside track. The girlfriend even mentioned how, like, well, we always play, like, Wreckfest. Why don't we, like, get in contact with the developer and, like, set something up? And I'm like, pro gamer journalist Cone Dodger attempted such things many times. And they just don't seem conducive. Well, that's fine. They follow you on Twitter now. Oh man, that's huge. Huge if true. Indeed. Yeah, we've been talking about how there's a real game slump. They only promote European streamers. Yeah, I mean, being a European developer, I don't know. It doesn't. Well, they're even though they're like with THQ, they don't even. It doesn't seem like they have a marketing department or team. It's just kind of them in charge of their own project IPs and that stuff. But anyway, what's new? What's the haps? What's everybody doing for non-denominational holiday times? I'm assuming not much, given the state of things, but screaming into the void. Yep. Like, I don't even know. Like, I should ask, I suppose. I'm just very bad at asking. Like, my sister, my nephews, like, if they need anything, like, particularly for, like, their online schooling stuff, or anything. I'm very bad at being an uncle, I'll tell you that much. I tell you what. Yep, Goober and Littler Goober. Well. Mini Goober. Like they just added to Wreckfest. That's what they should have called it, the Goober and the Mini Goober. The John Goober works. Goober must be a teenager now. I think so? Like 13 or 14? Something like that. Very bad. Don't say these things. I didn't know how old he was when I recorded that video with him. I'm like, what are you, 6? He's like, no, I'm 7. 2013. 6. So then that makes him, yeah, 14. I knew it. I know numbers and family members, ages and stuff. Yoink. All right, we're not here to talk about people's ages or our ages or the Rock of Ages. Yeah, what was that in your? ZK was like, well, Kurt is bald. Like, what was that? Were you? What was that in response to? I wasn't listening to your stream, Cone. Was it because I was so fast and furious? Because I'm aerodynamic. I said the tortoise beat the hare. Ah, I get it. Ha ha! Hare. I reached 170 miles an hour. I wish it displayed the top speed because I would have wanted that, but I couldn't turn when it was necessary on that track. Oh. Danger. It's the one that I won with the drag race. Oh, I had some. Here's a story. Story time. I purchased oatmeal from Amazon. I know. Well, I've learned my lesson now. But I got the, gluten-free oatmeal. Bob's, Robert's, Red Mill. And there's a specific gluten-free type. And they sent it to me. And I didn't realize until I'd opened it that it was the organic, not the specifically gluten-free. They had it mislabeled. They had the little, tracking, the Amazon tracking thing that labeled it as the gluten-free, but then the actual box itself was not. I will be leaving a review, not of the product, but of Amazon. So I got a refund and I didn't have to send it back. So I guess I don't know what I'll do with all that oatmeal. Donate it to a food bank or something. My insides got wrecked by Bob. No, by Amazon. By Bezos. I think unrelated to that, I did get a stomach sickness. Because for the first time in months, we did takeout from a pho place. That's really quite good. And honestly, we very much enjoy going there when you get to sit down and eat in the restaurant. But that's hasn't happened in many moons. And then, yeah, something happened there. So that was fun. As in, it wasn't fun. That was the opposite of fun. But, it was confusing because it was at the same time as the oatmeal discovery, and I'm like, was it the oatmeal? Was it the pho? What the pho? Is it jittering more than you remember? Well, it depends on where your memory lies. Is it more than a year ago? Then yes. Because we did pass by a floating point barrier. You were pretty sure you're going to patch the game when you got to this point, too. I know, but it's actually... what I wasn't expecting is that it actually is better. Like, it's actually not as annoying as it was. Just because the jitter is less frequent. It's less of a... less frequency. It's a higher bandwidth, but less frequency. So it actually just seems like a low frame rate right now. It gives it charm. Charm! So yeah, the selection box is 4 pixels off. I wonder if it'll be better at the next one. See you in 9 years to find out. $8 million-ish. Whoa, watch where you're going. Is there any news on the SpaceX Starship thingy that we didn't even realize was happening when we started streaming, and then we tuned in and it got scrubbed at like 1.8 seconds? Ah, I see. Are they gonna try to... is it like a hop? Is it planning on landing as well? Because 12 kilometers is... quite a kilometer. Straighten back up to land. Interesting. Very interesting. I had no idea that was even happening at all. Then again, I'm not really following it because it's like, okay, it's interesting, but still like not launching to space or anything like that. Just like I really wasn't watching the dragon hopper, the dragon stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Swing and a miss. What was I going to say? I should really have things to say before I start doing this. I got nothing. Whole place is a solid cliff face. Hmm. Well, this isn't a usual flob, Jubilee. This is a stream where we're just chilling, talking, not talking, mostly walking, farlanding. Even more important than the meteor shower is the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. The 21st is when they make their closest approach. I hope, obviously the few days before and after they'll still be pretty close, but I would like to be able to check it out. That would very much be a reason to bust out the telescope. I mean, to catch both of those planets, like, in the same eyepiece of a telescope. Stupendous! Hopefully. Perhaps. It's also a little bit difficult so far up north because it's in, like, the sunset. It's just after sunset in the western sky. And because of the tilt, it's, like, always sunset here. So it's kind of, I definitely have to find an open, westerly skies. It's a good mountain. I think tonight... Was it tonight? I swear I saw tonight. It probably even already happened. But the moon was going to transit in front of Venus. I think it was even during the day that that was going to happen. Could be wrong on that one too. I swear I saw it. These are just... Kurt saw these things on the internet, maybe. Or perhaps he just dreamt them. Western US could view it. Not me. Not me. I think, because I'm following Phil Plate on Twitter. I think he mentioned it. I'm like, that would be neat. Clouds. That would be neat. That would have been neat. I'm also like tired. We just played 3 hours of Wreckfest. I'm all out of voice reserves. Can I murder this? Oh. Underwhelming. Wreckfest, like SnowRunner, takes a lot out of you. It's just, yeah, it's like the amount of attention you need to give the screen. As far as, like, reaction times, as opposed to, like, other games where, like, you can stop and look at chat, and then, like, you don't have to constantly be ready to react. I have not ever died in this Far Lands or Bust world, although that's not like one of my goals or anything. It just happens to have been. Well, things have prevailed. Bloink. You should get a 115 boat and let Wolfer ride. Never! Because then there won't be a Far Lands. Or jitteriness. I'm assuming they got rid of the jitteriness. Excuse me. Kurt yawn. It's completely vanilla except for my skin and the texture pack. It is a Farlands. It's Irish. A Farlands Robust texture pack. Boing. It's frequently asked Farlands questions in the chat today. Our hotline is open. I think it's jitters. Plurals. Will you ever walk backwards intentionally? See, what I don't say is I do that. God, careful, Wolfie. I do that every day without recording. That way we're really just seeing the same... You dumb dog. Same stuff. We're making no progress whatsoever. Excuse me. Blah. What time do I usually wake up? Like, in life? You're 4 a.m. Well, you're crazy. I have an alarm set for 8. Here's a question that you guys can Google for me. I got a new phone, the Pixel 4a, and on my old phone, Pixel 2, when my alarm went off, I would turn off the alarm, and then the Google Assistant would be like, "Hello, Kurt, this is the weather today. Okay, bye." Even though I have the same exact settings, it refuses to do. It does not. Susan does not tell me about the weather in the morning. I, deleted an alarm and created a brand new alarm with the Google Assistant routine, and it will not. I'm very disappointed. On my birthday, it's saying happy birthday. Creepily, frighteningly, disturbingly. Oh. I just haven't gotten around to Googling it myself. No, yeah, I don't. It's just a phone. It's just... You can set that in the alarm specifically. Yes, I know, and I've done that twice, but it doesn't. My alarm goes off, I dismiss the alarm, and silence. It's just one of those things that I've, grown used to. So now when it doesn't happen, I'm like, did my alarm actually go off? I avoid setting alarms. Waking up to them ruins my mood for many hours. I wake up before my alarm. And, the alarm is just kind of to tell me, all right, you've been marinating long enough. Concord is all on the 4A? Concord? Is that what it's called? Concord? Is that how it's pronounced? It was a good deal. I'm sending my old phone back and getting like $60 for it. The old switcheroo. So yeah. Oh, I thought I was gonna break out the other side here, but okay. Tunneling. So no results? No results on the Google Assistant not working? Pixel 4a? Alarm? Enter search. I'm delegating these tasks. Be delegated to. If you imported, I did import my phone settings, but then I deleted my alarm settings and created a new alarm setting, and it's still. Whoa, careful, Wolfie. Oh, that's, yeah, the forums posts from like 3 years ago that say that's happening a lot with cars, like with the Datsun, like looking for something. What is this part called? Oh, I found it. It's this right here. It's called this in the image attached, and it's like an image host that no longer has the file. I'm like, no, why? This is a terrible way to use the internet. Terrible. Assistant itself needing a refresh on enabling disabling. When I made the new alarm, it said that I needed to give it permission to activate with my phone still locked. And I did that, and I thought that's what the problem was, but this morning still didn't. Unless there's some other hidden setting I didn't find. I'll eventually get used to the fact that it's no longer there, and then I'll forget about it. Well, I think I prefer the permissions, even if it's security theater. I mean, it's better than an app giving itself all of the permissions in the world without you knowing it. Oh, I accidentally, when I installed the new radio, when I installed the radio in the 280, it's a Bluetooth radio, and I just set it up and like gave it permissions when connected. But it's a crappy $20 radio, So it's like interface makes no sense whatsoever. So I like pushed a button and it like just started calling like my mom's phone number. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. So I'm like, okay, just media access. No calls and contacts, please. I did get the radio all hooked up. It was easier than I thought. I mean, thankfully, the previous radio harness was still in there, so I just matched what it was to that. The thing that was difficult was running the new speaker wire and then plugging everything in, because there's never long enough wires. And I just the way the radio is actually installed in the center console. So I had to install it, and then install the center console, and then wriggle behind it to get the cable plugs plugged in, and the antenna plugged in. The automatic, it wasn't automatic. This had a manual power radio. The Datsuns did, where apparently it was just a little up and down button. So like you controlled, and not the radio, the antenna going up and down. The switch is missing, but the plug is still there, because it was like one of those random plugs that like had nowhere that it plugged into. I'm like, I hope this isn't important, but I figured out by looking at all the diagrams, the wiring diagrams, so then I could like kind of just hot wire, because it's 3-prong, so you plug in for power and then one for up and one for down. So it like goes zzz, zzz, but it's not connected. It's not actually working with the actual antenna anymore. I would just like to remove that and just put like a plug or just one of those little short antennas in the back. Are you using the original speakers? The original speakers worked. I just to test the radio, they still worked. But no, I swapped out the speakers, because the original speakers are like 8 watt max. So I just got a pair of $20 Bose speakers or something. The power antenna on the SVX still works. When I had it. Bose or something. I care little to none about car audio. I just wanted to have Bluetooth in that car. It only has 2 speakers from the factory. If you're not using the amplifier, 8 watt speaker is about all you need. Right, but I mean, they're, oh, that's the wrong way. They're old and very tinny. So I got, yeah, some Bose 3-way speakers up to 220 watts or whatever. They're just little 4-inch guys. And they work. Sony explodes. What's the other one that I kept seeing? Brands. It is something like explode or like a word, tweeter or blaster or thumper. there's some brand when I was looking. Kicker, that's the one. Thumper, tweeter, bumpy, bumpus, weenus. Yeah, no, so I mean, like, I could put, like, subwoofers or something, or they make aftermarket speaker boxes for the rear hatch. It's weird. The 240 through the 260Z had 4 speakers each. But in the 280, they got rid of that and only had 2 speakers right behind the seats. The Roadmaster needs a sub. I just don't care, because then I would like need an amp or something, wouldn't I? And I'm like, it's just. Then I gotta make sure I'm making enough power and to go with the tape player. Yes. High fidelity magnetic tape. The thing is when we went to the car Toys for Tots things, is we did have some music on, and I always had it also giving me directions, and it's like hard to hear because of how uninsulated and loud the car is while driving. And I also like to be able to hear all the sounds of the car just in case something goes wrong. Are you getting the Dynamat 2? The what? Hearing the GPS in the truck is a real challenge. Oh, yeah, I would. I mean, I need to redo the carpet. The only carpet in the car is on the driver's side. So yeah, I think I would need that. For that and heat, because a lot of heat comes down out of the tunnel. I mean, which is a good thing right now, because it's cold, but... But now I need to find and address suspension. Wheel hop. The suspense. Oh, there it is. Like, I thought I had a boat. You can hear all about it in tomorrow's episode of Ran When Parked. Do they make some nice KYBs for it? I mean, they make, like, the stock KYBs for it. Ah, KYB AGX? I don't know. I don't have all the... I haven't figured out all the proper places to buy things. There's a few different Z stores, the Z market, you know, whatever. Don't get ZK researching. That's helpful, actually. I mean, until like a brand new bumper shows up at your doorstep. See, Rock Auto just has the stock stuff. Ad, sponsor, 5% off. Oh, now I need a boat. Alright, well, I knew that was gonna happen, you dingus. The old noodle. Don't do it again! Ah! How dare. I knew it was gonna happen. I told him. I warned him. No AGX for you, just the plain ones. There is... One of the other stores has like a different brand adjustable one. I don't know what the brand is though. Coney? Maybe? Coney Dachi? I don't know. Z-Parts Direct or zpartsstore.com or whatever it is. It's one of those two. Or not. Or it's a third unknown manufacturer brand name. Just Monroe it. Like this boat? Get it? Is it me or are the days in this Minecraft situation going fast? Or is it just because I'm not really talking? Oh! Getting me back. Yeah, it's the new Northern Hemisphere wintertime patch. You can only sleep at night. Well, I'm waiting. I've been thinking of buying a 280C. Worth it or not? Well, that's kind of a broad statement. I mean, it's not like I'm thinking of buying XYZ new car, of which there are many available, and you purchase at a set-ish price. But I am enjoying mine. But then again, I'm enjoying it because it's not a $3,000 Ranwin parked hunk of junk problem, nor was it a $12,000 to $20,000 overpriced unnecessity. Inventing words. It was worth it because I found the one of two I've seen ever at what I considered my price and at what I consider my condition. Yeah, the good mistake level. Then again, I also might have, been able to find something else I would have been just as happy with, so... I don't know. How long have I been doing this? As far as, like... this? Minecraft? Oh. Oh, now I guess. Yeah, true, I did stop... we just stopped with, Wreckfest right as I hit 311 on my uptime. Oh! I'm fine. Don't... there's a hole in my boat now. Care to trade? Not now, sorry. Raid started an hour ago. Yeah, okay, so this might be the last full day here. I'm just noticing there's not that many wild animals afoot either. Mm. 350Zs are getting cheap. Yeah, I don't like them either. They're too bulbous. Not talking to strangers asking about my tooties. Yeah, that's happened a few times. We were taking pictures of the car after we got my new wheels, like people stopped. Like, oh, is that a 78? I mean, that's fine, I guess, but... You do get nods and waves from other people driving Z cars. Not the 350Zs, though surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, I suppose. I think somebody was in a 300ZX, like the 90s one. What is that? The Z31? get a lot of frowns. Oh. Did I eat that? I don't know. Yes, I don't know how often I've got turned around and gone completely backwards, but yeah, I'll get mixed up and go north or south accidentally. Well, now the sun doesn't seem like it's going to set. Make up your minds. Planetary rotation. Blah. Kurt J time. There was a ship in the port out here, and its name was Ocean Time. Like it was a big, like, you know, shipping ship. Ocean Time. I'm like, what time is it? It's Ocean Time. I got a kick out of that. Just knowing that people are in that boat crossing the ocean. No, it was ocean. It was definitely ocean. It was the word ocean. If you come at me knowing actual names of actual shipping ships, I got an emote specifically for you on this here channel. Needs a bit more wood. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Ooh, buddy. Yep. Let's see the other side of this hill and dig in. Thank you for joining this very, very quiet, sleepy Farlands Robust stream. Not to mention the Wreckfest stream beforehand. You know what? The side of this looks just as good a place as any. Wolfie agrees. Whoops, that's fine. Roll the credits music. Boodly boodly boop. Okay. Oops. Jitters. Alright. Make some beds. Spooky noises. Hopefully that doesn't mean there's a cave that's gonna make a zombie wake up in here, but... Indeed. Stream 807.6 of Far Lands or Bust. Making far more progress. FarLandsOrBust.com. Look at that. Speaking of progress, look at the donation charity fundraiser for Equal Justice Initiative. What is that? 88%. And, yeah. Okay. I'm sleeping now, and hopefully no zombies wake up next to me. No zombies. All right. Try the mushroom stew. No, thanks. Oh, stream marker.